Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mangs, and I'm joined here by none other than DJs. Hello, DJs.
Yo, what's going on, everyone? Good to be here. Good to see you, Mangs. Let's get to this game, brother.
Good to see you too, DJs. I still can't say your name properly.
Great start.
So yeah, it's been a while since we played a game against each other. We have done this twice on the channel so far. You may remember way back, like I made a video. It's called Advanced Wars Pro Teaches Me How to Play, where I played a game against DJs. I got beaten badly. And then we did a follow-up game, I think a month or so after, where I also got beaten pretty badly.
You did better the second one, though. You did better. There was like a definite improvement.
Yeah, and now I think there's been 3 or 4 months, I think, since we played since that video. It may even be right. Might even be more, actually. I might have to put that up on screen. And now we have come back for another challenge. In fact, today we're going to show you guys 2 games, not just 1, 2 games. And we are once again playing on Stalingrad because the best way to measure your performance against all performances is to like play on the same map. Also, Stalingrad, one of my favorite maps. I never get tired of playing on Stalingrad. I used to hate Stalingrad. Now I love Stalingrad. It's weird how that works.
I always loved it.
I think it's directly tied into how much you win on them.
It's also just like a real big like global damage map, and I always just choose Olaf and Drake, so I always just have a field day.
It is a lot of fun. Why. Now we are playing a tier 4 match, and this matchup is a little bit different. Last time we played Adder Jake and then Jake Adder. Now we're still playing tier 4. We're playing Cole Jess, so kind of playing with the crappy tier 4s this time around. But I mean, you know, I'm a Jess fanboy, avid Jess defender. I think she's great on Stalingrad. I actually really think she's really good. I would pick her over Jake and Adder. You may think I'm crazy for that.
She's good. I'd say she's grown on me on this map. I would say she is probably tied with Jake. I think Adder is still slightly better.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, Cole is an interesting one though, because he plays very differently to Adder. You know, like you actually get to use your superpower a lot more, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah, the road bonus is nothing to sneeze at. I'm going to keep saying that first. Nothing to sneeze at. I said that like 20 times in my last video. But the road bonus is...
I wanted to count it.
The road bonus is great.
Sneeze that, sneeze that, sneeze that, sneeze that.
Sneeze that, sneeze that, sneeze that. The new rap single. But yeah, so... Cole's pretty damn good on the roads, but I mean, Adder's definitely better because he can get it for just 2 stars. But Cole's, you know, pretty decent CO. I'd say the worst is probably Sammy on this map. Then probably Grim. Grim is probably even better than Sammy, to be perfectly honest. And then probably above that is Cole, I would say.
Yeah.
So,
now this game, we'll talk about it when it becomes relevant. But this game does have some. It has something different to it that I'll mention when we get to it. But yeah, I'd say we just get started. DJ, so DJ can control my cursor if he wants to point out something. He has the parsec cursor, and we are just gonna get started here on this game. I am down in the bottom left corner in the greens, and Deejus is in the top right corner as black hole. I did change the colors. Deejus always plays green, but because of my color blindness, I like changing it around so it looks better in the replay viewer. Sorry, Deej. I stole your greenie.
Yeah, I'll forgive you this time. I was trying to mess you up during the game by choosing green, maybe. So.
Yeah, lucky.
Take whatever advantage you can get.
I have a colorblind add-on though, thank God, so it helps. So yeah, I think our capture. I actually went back and I watched our previous games to see if I could get a grip on your opener. Problem with Deejus though is that he changes up his opener every time we play, and you'll see this one. Like I actually talked to Starflash before this map, and I was like, Starflash, give me the most anti-Deejus opener that you can think of. And he's like, yeah, okay, I got it. Anti-Deejus opener. I was like,
if that exists.
But you'll see that you'll see. I'll just let it speak for itself. The opener Deejus picked was like the worst one against me possible in this game. So
I get really bored using the same opener, so I have to switch it up even if it's suboptimal. Like I remember the first time we played, I did like recon tank. And the second time I went like triple artillery or something, and like a T-copter. And then I think there was another game that wasn't shown. It was, you know.
Yeah, we have played some matches that we never ended up commentating. But
Yeah, that one I used in APC, so I was like, okay, that's out of there. APC's out of there. Triple RT, so I was like, I need to come up with a new idea.
Yeah, so in this game, I opened Recon first. My opener in this game is going to be Recon Tank. And my idea in this game, basically the opener that Starflash pitched for me, was to put a Recon on your comm tower and then follow it up with tanks, so that when your tank goes in to strike the Recon, I move my tank in and strike back at your tank, and then if you come in with another tank, I come in with my tank. And I just, the idea is to deny this not to try and take it, but to take my comm tower and to deny your comm tower for like a majority of the match, and then eventually pull back. That was the opener that Starflash said, yeah, this is probably going to be really effective against Aegis. So I was like, cool, I'm going to try that. And, well, what does Aegis do?
It's a cute idea.
It's a cute idea, but you had a very interesting opener in mind. Now, yeah, artillery first. Okay, Mr. Inkegark. Yeah, so I move out my Recon immediately. Again, the idea is to get it here, right on top of the comm tower. Because I know from experience that you don't tend to rush comm towers.
I do not.
So I was like,
my sweet time.
Yeah, so I'm like, yeah, I should be able to just deny that completely, because it is a bit of a beginner's trap to not to over prioritize comm towers, but it can also be really annoying if you don't get it, because your opponent will have that, especially with Jess hitting that 20% vehicle firepower is really nice.
Definitely. Yeah, some people, like, when you deny the comm towers, like, they might have a plan and they just throw it out the window because they don't have the comm tower, and they like panic.
Yes.
So it's pretty good way to go against, like, I don't know, 1200 and below. Just like not deny comm tower early. They'll be like, oh no, and they'll shift all their forces to get the comm tower and just, completely shift up their strong side, weak side.
So here you actually go artillery tank. I actually thought you did. Yeah, I thought you opened double artillery based on your opener, but I guess you.
That was already. It was in the Deech playbook before. I can't be doing those things again. So the reason I want tank in the middle instead of tank at the bottom over there is I want another infantry to capture that. See this city over there? I have nothing near it. This infantry is going to go down to one of these three over here. This infantry over here is probably going to get the comm tower. And then I'm going to get this nice chain with this one over here. So nothing's going to be over here for a while. So that's why I built this one, so I can reach there in 3 turns.
Ah, okay. I see. Interesting. All right. So
the tank's going to be a little delayed, but it's not really a big deal. I'll still be,
yeah,
pretty good deployment.
My God, dude, I love this replay viewer. I just gotta say, I don't remember I don't remember the name of the guy who created the replay viewer, but thank you,
Demon Hunter.
Demon Hunter, right? Thank you, Demon Hunter. You have single-handedly kept the replay scene going.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we would have been completely. And he also made one for Mac for me, so I appreciate that as well.
What a nice guy. What a nice guy.
Exactly.
So a lot of people often ask me like, oh, well, did Advanced First by Web improve their graphics? No, we're just using an external program. I always link to it in the video description, guys, if you want to go check it out. So yeah, anyway, so here you can see my opener, Recon Tank. Again, the idea being is I'm just gonna smash Aegis' tanks, but he's already decided against that, or put a bit of a wrench in my plans with this artillery right here. In theory, if I can catch the artillery out in the open, it could be pretty bad for Aegis.
It could be. I mean, for me, a Recon attacking my artillery is going to do like 5 damage probably from Jess without your comm tower.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to one-shot it with, well, not one-shot it, but I'll kill it with a tank plus an infantry, so not really concerned of mine.
Yeah, so look at this. I remember I was so annoyed at this. He just places his artillery right on that city. Of course, I can't see it. Opens up a tank. So what do? I mean, I don't see any of his units right now. So what do? Boom, and I'm like, are you shitting me? I sent the screenshot to Starflash, and he was like, what?
Poor Starflash. He thinks he knows the anti-Deej.
He couldn't believe it. He was like, who does that? Who opens up Artie on freaking Stalingrad? He couldn't believe it. It was so hilarious.
Dude, I mean, if I even put this infantry up here on there, it would also have been spoiled as well. And then your Recon would have been here. Yeah, here. My tank would have come in anyway and one-shot it. So,
yeah.
I don't know. That's a kind of a Starflash shaky opener, my humble opinion. Because you went in there blind, you're like, F it, let's go. And then,
yeah.
Imagine if I just moved this infantry and capped it instead. So, just saying, for future players, I'm not sure if I recommend the blind Recon just bum rushing it in there.
Well, I have this theory that Starflash openers tend to work only for Starflash. He's just built different, Yeah. But I'm seeing this artillery and I'm like, well, I've committed to this attack, so I might as well keep going, So yeah, I just move in, like, counting on the fact that maybe you don't have that much in the region. I'm like, okay, well, there's artillery there. I could try and kill it, maybe. We'll see.
Honestly, if I were you, I probably would have front shifted this point, because when you see an artillery, you want to front shift.
Yeah, just move over to this side of the map.
All the way over there with all your tanks, like, because my artillery is going to take like 5 turns from getting over here to like something viable in this forest to this forest over here. So you might as well just front shift at this point, in my humble opinion. But
yep, absolutely, I should have done that. So yeah, open up another recon on Stalingrad. You want to build a lot of recons.
Recons are great on Stalingrad.
They're so crucial, because once you lose vision on Stalingrad, you're just not going to recover from that. And I went back and looked at some of our older games, and I realized that one of the things that really screwed me over in our matches is that I never had vision of what I wanted to attack. You always had vision of everything that I had.
Yeah.
You could send tanks and anti-air in and pick off my artillery and battlecopters. I never had that much vision because I was just not fond of building recons. Stalingrad, you want to put those recons in there as often as you can afford them, really.
Even late game, too. Like, late game, I think you get 27,000 on an even split map. 27,000 means Neo Tank, Recon, Infantry. You can pump out those 3 every turn. And I build recons into like the turn 30. Like, if you're at turn 30, you're still pumping out recons. They're really crucial.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So yeah, both players just moving. What I love about Stalingrad is always, like, there's a lot of cool battles in the corners. You know, that this city right here is always a contested one. You always have like infantry engagements taking place here, which, you know, that is not great for Jess. That's like one of the things that, there we go, takes a shot at my my recon, and boom, it's gone.
It didn't show, but this skin got trapped. I didn't see that. That's why I had no vision. There's some trapped bugs still, but this guy like went over here and got trapped. That's how I had vision. Yeah,
it's gonna update itself at the end of the turn. So the replay viewer also struggles a little bit with broken pipe seams, I've noticed. Maybe a Demon Hunter is looking into that at some point. But probably at the end of the Aegis' turn, you'll see that this will correct itself. Like, yeah, there you go.
So I actually correctly anticipated you to have a recon over here, so I built a tank over here as well.
Really? You just assumed I'd build a recon?
I assumed you were going double recons.
Ah.
I thought you were gonna do that. That was my hint. My hunch was you're going double recons, one in one corner, one in the other corner.
Okay, I see. All right. So capture the comm tower, finishes camping, moving out. Both players just the capture phase in Stalingrad is very lengthy. It takes a while to get all your properties on the map. One of the things I kind of like about it is just it has a long early game, which I kind of like.
You captured this, but I would have captured this with this infantry and got this chain going.
Oh, yeah.
This guy's going to capture there, and then he can capture there after. Just a small little...
Nicely caught. Yeah, just, little capture mistakes like that. Important to get those out of your system. Another recon, and moving my little sneaky... I moved it right there, because I was like, if he has, like, a recon here, I just want to...
Gotcha.
So just putting the tank in here. I don't see... of course, I do know that you have a tank.
You know it's there. So at this point, I thought you were going to front shift. Because that's what I put your... I incorrectly was like, if I'm in Mang's shoes, this is what I would do.
Yeah.
But we have different ways we handle things. So it's like, oh, he lost a recon. He knows there's an artillery here. Of course he's going to front shift. So I think I front shifted in anticipation of you front shifting this turn.
So that's what happened.
I remember correctly.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah.
So let's see. I'm pretty sure I did.
Yeah, because I think my rationale for this was that I was like, okay, I want to kill the artillery, I guess. I don't actually remember what I was thinking at the time. I guess I was just like, I'm going to see if I can smash that artillery. Because if he has an artillery there, that means he has one less tank. So, we'll see. Okay, no, you're moving. Oh, you're not front shifting just yet.
I think I do. I think I do with my tanks.
Yeah. So tank on tire, smart. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You're definitely doing it now. Yeah. Okay. So you're.
And I front shift my artillery as well. I basically front shift everything. I was like, Mang's just gonna move all his tanks over here, and that was my plan. But yeah, as you can see, wasn't the case. You're just chilling in the forest over there.
Yeah. You assume too much, friend.
Yeah, I know. Rookie mistake on my part.
Yeah. So the art of war is Sun Tzu. Always do the worst move of what your opponent suspect, and you'll always catch them off guard or something like that. I don't know. You probably didn't say that. So, but yeah,
he definitely did.
But yeah, no, I actually think he did say like keep your enemies on your toes and guessing or something like that. That's what I'm doing right here. I'm not just.
That's what I interpret it. Make worst move possible.
Yeah.
And opponent lose.
Confused Aegis win match. So,
Exactly.
but yeah, moving up my recon here just to see what you're seeing or see if there's any infantry on the way. Both players were still in the capping phase. We're not completely done capping the properties just yet. I edge forward a little bit here. I see now that this is a little bit bold, but you're in the process of front switching away, so let's see what happens. Day 10 rolls in. Infantry finishing their caps. You're going for both of us are going for the corner properties at this point. Anti-air is coming in as well. You finish capping your comm tower on day 10.
Yeah, took a little while, but I mean, we only had one fight, so it didn't really matter that much.
Yep. Scouting in here with this infantry right here. And now you're actually sending a tank down here. Interesting.
Yeah, I kept one down there as flexibility. I figured it would be fighting in the middle, though. I have the elastic band kind of set up. I'm going to have some tank overlap. Every tank's going to overlap another tank, I believe.
You want to explain to newer players what the elastic band technique is?
Yeah, so instead of having a death wall of all my tanks over here, I have one that covers this one, that covers this one, that covers this one.
Yeah.
So everything's covered by something. So if a tank attacks this tank will intervene. Like, there's always something that... I'm not going to leave a tank undefended just to die. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'd say for newer players, this is probably like one of the things I would drill into them really early. And this is one thing I see. I've been analyzing some noob games lately, and noobs always keep their tanks apart. It's such a simple thing, but it really will improve your play drastically if you always have your tanks cover one another. In short, you should never have a tank more than 6 spaces away from another tank. So just something to keep in mind if you're new when you're playing Advanced Wars. Always keep those tanks together.
Except I do leave this tank unguarded, but I think, though, to be perfectly honest, I would actually be happy with the fight here because it's kind of a lure because you're way overextended if you're past this point.
Yeah, this is the no-go zone. You don't want to push in here unless you're really ahead. And on Stalingrad, I think one of the things that it is a map that is very easy to overextend on because it's so big. And the bigger the map is, the harder it is to really know sometimes when you're overextending. Because, you know, like, what does it matter if I attack here or here? But no,
like you can do like a quick count, like a tank from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 2 turns away. I think I calculated this actually. Yeah. And I'm willing to bet it's going to take 4 turns for this to get over there. I'm not going to count them out because it's going to be a long ass time. But it's going to be half the time from mine to yours. So even though this is a little, unguarded, like I'll just shift all the shit over in 1 turn. And then if we have an extended fight here, I'm going to win it regardless. So that's giving some explanation behind the elastic band, the chink in the armor of the elastic band.
Yes. So, D10 rolls in, and I don't see this tank. I don't see any tanks, actually, so I have no idea what's going on here. Get a free shot on the recon right there. This is why you build recons. And continue capping. Cap. Again, moving into the 4. I'm scared, because you always punish my overextension, so I'm trying not. And I get trapped here. I
was so surprised to see that tank. I remember I was like, what the hell is a tank doing down there? Not front gifted?
Yeah, moving in my anti-air as well. You have a battlecopter. Anti-air could have maybe come 1 turn later, but you never know.
Yeah, I think it's safe. I think it's a safe. You build it on turn 8.
A little bit of a Manx infantry here, maybe.
Not terrible. I mean, it's enforced at least.
Oh, okay, all right. Because I was looking at that, I was like, D just screaming Manx infantry now.
If you tried to cap like this property, that part,
that's okay.
I'm Manx infantry.
Okay, all right, gotcha. All right, so at this point, yeah, I build a medium tank. Day 11 rolls in. I think this is the turn we noticed the anomaly. Yeah, so I see D just capture this lab right here, and I'm like, what? What are you doing, man? And then I'm like, then I check the rules of the match. You see, I copied just over the Global League match rules because I just wanted a match that would be as similar to Global League as possible. Then I realized I fucked up, and I actually copied over the Live League rules from Stalingrad. Now, when you play Live League on Stalingrad, this lab actually becomes very important, because in order to build Neotanks and Bombers, you need to have the lab captured. So I check my base, and I'm like, oh, I can't build Bombers or Neotank without this lab. And then I send a message to you just like, oh man, I'm sorry. Yeah. I didn't realize that I actually
enabled... Chinese rules. I was telling you, the Chinese, they like to play with the lab units for some reason. Not just like black bombs, but like Neotanks, Bombers.
Yeah.
I mean, it incentivizes getting the lab. It's kind of cool, but at the same time, that's like a huge deal. You know what I mean? Like,
it completely changes the focus of Stalingrad. Stalingrad is a battle on the sides. The middle isn't. Sometimes, like, you can have, like, massive clashes in the middle, but mostly on Stalingrad, at least in the mid-game, it tends to be either on this side or on this side. When the lab becomes relevant, it actually becomes a full-on battle for the center, because whoever controls the lab actually has a huge advantage over their opponent. Because how are you going to deal with Neotanks without bombers? Like, I think if it was just Neotanks, it wouldn't have been that big a deal, but it's Neotanks and bombers. And
I think the bombers was definitely, if there was no bombers banned, it would have been fine, but how do you kill a Neotank without a bomber? Like,
yeah,
like a copter attacking a Neotank on a city does less than 20%.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, maybe
think about that.
maybe like just medium tank superpower can do some damage, but even then, if you keep it on a city, it's almost not going to die.
Yeah, so it's a little broken, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, we saw that. I was like, well, let's just play the match, you know, like let's just see what happens. I mean, we're both aware of it now, so it's not like, you know, so it's not like it's going to be. But you'll see. It did end up impacting the match quite a lot. So I see Deidre's capping the lab, and I'm like, oh man, I can't let him have that. That's really bad. Ooh, getting subs trapped here, pulling back the infantry. And I think both of us, the capture phase is now. Ooh, wait. I think
I got trapped.
Yeah,
I got trapped.
Yeah, that's again the replay. It seems like the replay viewer is actually skipping trapped animations when they happen.
Yeah. It's this infantry, I think, on the city of that did it.
Yeah, it moved in and got itself trapped. So yeah, Deidre's taking out a tank. Also getting a good shot off here, interrupting a bunch of my captures. So already this turn, I was like, man, the punishing has begun.
Yeah, I'm going in the center already. I realized that I was like, I need to get that damn lab. Get some Neotanks out.
Yeah, there we go. So yeah, already you got this artillery right here, really well positioned. I mean, it's not a perfect wall, but it's kind of hurt for me to go in here because one thing I noticed from playing our earlier matches was that you're very fond of positioning yourself so that I have to take attacks on shoals.
Yeah, exactly.
And this is like an art form of Stalingrad. It's like these shoals in the center here. If you can position your units, you just see how Deidre has positioned his artillery. If I want to strike it, I have to put my tanks on zero defense terrain, which means I just get slaughtered. So it's very hard. And even like if you can plonk a tank down on the lab, it actually sits very comfortable there. It may not get repaired, but it still gets those 3 defense stars. And any attack taken against it will need to be taken from a shoal. So, like, I'll show some calcs on the screen, like medium tank versus medium tank, shoal onto cities. It's going to be a very bad engagement for you. So, but anyway, I think I had more stuff here than you expected, so... I think at this point you probably realize this I'm not front shifting, but
yeah, at this point I was like, oh yeah, he's definitely not front shifted.
So here I see you have a tank, and I'm like, ugh, that probably means I'm gonna lose the recon, but oh well.
Well, you saw the tank last turn because I attacked this infantry, so you
I guess I'm just stupid.
Mang's recon.
Mang's recon. You thought Mang's infantry was
yeah.
No
limit. There's Mang's recons, Mang's tanks, Mang's neotanks.
So yeah, no, I'm evolving. Instead of learning from my mistakes, I've just shifted one bad habit to another. Gets a low luck roll on the tank there, a little bit annoyed about that. Going in, I'm like, okay, so I see that you have stuff here, so I'm assuming I can get a shot off with my recon. I think I was right in that regard. I can't just let you get properties for free.
I agree with that.
And I realize I'm probably not going to be able to interrupt this cap, but at least I'm going to delay it for one more turn, because I'm assuming you probably have enough money for Neotanks. So I'm assuming you're probably going to build one as soon as you capture it.
Yeah, I held off on medium tanks just to save up for a Neotank, I believe.
Yeah, Neotank's very good on Stalingrad due to how big the map is. You really want that extra movement. So, yeah, you continue capping your cities. I think we're pretty even in the cap phase. You get a good shot on with your artillery right there. So, again, just now you have a proper wall right here. But I do have a lot of units in range. So, let's see what happens. Moves in with the infantry. Here comes the tank. Battlecopters in. You really like building battlecopters, this Cole.
I wanted unit count for the most part. I think that was the focus behind that. Oh, I didn't even kill your recon.
No, you didn't. You pulled back.
I wouldn't have killed it. I would have put it down to like 2 HP. So
yeah, and the 2 HP recon, you know what they say. It's still viable.
This is a dumb move.
Yeah,
I don't remember why I did that, but that was a dumb move.
When I saw you attack in here, I was like, ooh, okay. I'm guessing you just had a lot of faith in your artillery, or maybe you thought that I had front shifted over here?
Yeah, I must have thought you had something over there or something.
Yeah, because this was ballsy.
Yeah, I should have put my tank like right here or in the forest would be fine, because then you'd have to get some vision first. So that was dumb, but you know, it happens.
All right. So battlecopter anti-air infantry. So day 12 rolls in, and I think it's time for turbocharge. Love this power, it's so good. One of the best things about Jess, she's a very viable 3-star power. It's a very strong one. Yeah. Best part about her, really. So here we go. Tank comes in, boom. Tank comes in, boom. Gets a bit of a shot off. A recon comes in, gets some vision. Pulls back the infantry. Does some damage. Anti-air can kill a 3 HP tank. I'm so mad I didn't try to go into the forest. I was sure you had a unit there, but I could have just checked.
I should have had a unit.
I could have just checked. There was like, I remember when I did this move, I was like, I'm so stupid. I should have just moved into the forest and let myself be trapped. Then I would have taken out this unit as well, which would have been really nice. But oh well, it's not that big a deal. In comes the medium tank. And yeah, this is an alright turbocharge. Did some decent damage. You're still ahead though.
Yeah. I mean, my main mistake was just giving up this tank for free.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I got some weakened tanks, but I have 3 weakened tanks, 1, 2, 3 HP, but I can heal them all up. I'll have a superpower coming soon, so.
Yeah, and that cold superpower is pretty devastating. Especially, I mean, there's not just a lot of roads on Stalingrad. I wouldn't say that it's easy to get the road bonus as cold, but it is possible for sure.
It's possible for sure, yeah.
So let me just make sure we didn't misalign. There we go. Okay, good. Yeah, so let's see what happens. Yeah, so it's an okay turbocharge. Not a game-ending turbocharge, but I was pretty happy with it overall. And yeah, another recon. So always build recons on Stalingrad. Always build them. They're going to get taken out. You want to be able to replace them with new recons. So yeah, right here. Did you pop your superpower this turn? I actually don't remember. But you finished capping.
I do after my artillery. I think my artillery just needs to fire and then I'll get it.
Yeah, and then you also capture the lab. So now you have new tanks.
Can get me to it.
Yes. So we'll see what happens if you decide to build some Neotanks right away. You definitely had some. And here we go.
Whoa.
Woo! And
so, no comment. I'm just joking.
Oh, look at that recon, man. Oh my god.
Yeah, they zoom in.
That's a fast recon. And
I'm in healing mode. I'm healing so many damn units.
Yeah,
I remember like.
Yeah. Oh damn! Look at that. It's like
that tank. I got feisty with my copter, even though I saw your anti-air. I forget why. Maybe I kill it. Maybe I don't. I don't remember.
Can you kill it at this point? You don't have any tanks left.
I don't think I can. I could just injure it with my own anti-air, basically. But I was just.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You're feisty this match. You're very feisty.
I was very feisty this match, and I base skip because I'm feisty.
Oh my god! You actually base skip to get a Neo out. Damn.
I'm full feist. And then, yeah.
I think we're.
I'm full feist, man. Once you go full feist, you can't go back.
You're like whipping out your own Tome of Cardinal Sins here.
I pretty much thought I had this one at this point. If you look at like unit count, I'm ahead by a pretty considerable amount. And ahead of. I'm behind in income because you did a good job denying that.
Yeah.
And denying that as well, and denying this. So you did a good job with the. Income, but I felt like I was ahead at this point, and I could feel like I could just go balls to the wall. So I think I was just feeling super feisty. Like,
yeah.
I normally don't do these things, but sometimes, just
yeah. No, you
got an itch.
You were reckless, Deegis, in this particular match. So I was looking at that, and I was like, okay, I think I got some punishing opportunities right here. So in comes the anti-air, tanks down the battlecopter, in comes the tank, in comes another tank, and yeah, I was able to take that out. It's a bit of a roll, I think, because of your defense. Your extra defense. Artillery goes down. In comes the medium tank as well. So this was a pretty good turn for me. And a little Manx infantry, maybe? A little bit. Yeah, that's...
Yeah, a little ambitious.
A little ambitious. You have units there. It'd be kind of silly for me to think you don't have units there. And in comes the recon. And yeah, it's a big slugfest in the center right now. Big slugfest in the center. Yeah, very weird, but that's just how the game evolves when the lab becomes so focal. So day 14 rolls in.
Had a good.
Yeah,
that was a good turn.
It's a very good turn. So, but still, we'll see what you do. Yeah, I remember. I was like, oh man. I should
now
have
I take advantage of that, and now I get both corners. Thankfully, finally.
Yeah, and I remember thinking, man, that sucks. I should have left like an infantry here or something. But in comes the
beep.
beep. Down goes the infantry. He will not get up.
I retreat this turn because I have so many weakened units. I'm like,
yeah,
I need to like chill. Like I've been going insane.
Yeah.
It finally dawned on me that I was going a little too crazy.
Yeah, I would like to see your repair budget for this turn. Oh my goodness. Like, it's a lot of money you spend on repairs this turn. So I was hoping I'd get this city, but I didn't get it, sadly. Oh well. And, alright, so day 14. And here I realize that if I don't take the lab now, I'm screwed. So I decide to just go all in on the lab. I know this is going to hurt. I know I'm going to lose units, but I know that I need those Neos, because I know you probably have one or two already.
Oh, yeah.
So I decided to go
bombers, too, you know. Could have a bomber.
Yeah, I know you love your bombers, so...
I love bombers.
So, yeah, I decided to go for Jess's Lab Gambit, as I call it. And I decided to go full attack and put my units around the lab.
That was a questionable tank attack for sure. Kill off the 7 HP infantry right next to a city. Like,
right.
Okay. Do 700 worth of damage, and then, you know, you're going to get spanked by something. But okay.
Yep. So, day 15 rolls in, and I think you... Yeah, if I remember correctly, you will attempt to interrupt this lab. So, in comes the tank. You now have an income
lead.
You have an income lead. It doesn't matter that much if you're 2k ahead on Stalingrad though, because both players have so much income anyway. But it will start to, it will start to matter in a bit. So yeah, you go in, you interrupt the lab cap. You don't interrupt it completely though, if I remember correctly.
I don't. I allow it to live. I bring my copter in. Unfortunately, I don't have a power. I wish I had a power so I could bring that Neo tank and just absolutely demolish that unit.
Yeah.
But it's not terrible because I know you have an anti-air, but at least it's overextended.
Once again,
I get really feisty.
You were like an anti-air abuser in this game. Like you just sent those bad boys in to die so often. And yeah, so here I'm like, okay, should I join camp to try and get this lab? Okay, let's go for it. Send in the recon for it. This is what I love about recons. You send them in first. You know, you sack them effectively, but you sack them, you get a shot off an infantry, and you get vision of the entire battlefield. So you see what you're dealing with. Not everything, you know, don't see the Neo tank, but it still allows me to formulate a plan of attack. And in comes the second turbocharge.
Turbocharge, yeah.
Oh, I'm so happy with this. So happy.
Yeah, I knew that was done anyway. So, but yeah, you had a lot of units. You're definitely overextended. So.
Yeah, so I go in hard. I join camp, my lab together, and I just shoot everything that I can and surround my lab in hopes that you won't be able to interrupt it. And I know that if I don't take this lab right now, I'm going to lose this game because there's no way I can deal with your Neos with medium tanks of my own. I'm just not going to get the first shots on those bad boys. So in comes the recon, in comes the battlecopter. Some more tanks. Anti-air tank.
Double anti-air.
I was worried. I was thinking a bombers can show up anytime now. I was thinking a bombers can show up anytime now. In comes the forced march. Oh, you actually pop your normal.
Yeah, I popped my normal. I mean, I only had enough for a normal, but I saw the turbocharge and I was like, I definitely need to like.
Yeah.
I remember something. I think there was like a bad roll somewhere on this turn. I remember.
Yes.
I was salty about one of the rolls.
It's coming up. It's coming up. Yeah, I think I remember it. It was a tank, I think. So yeah, you're coming in, sending in a lot of units. You're killing a lot of units too, but you're not targeting the lab. So.
Oh yeah, that was annoying. But what I really wanted to do is kill off, or maybe it wasn't this turn. Maybe it was a different turn.
Oh, actually, no. I think it's coming up. I think
okay.
I remember because you DM'd me and you were like very mad about it. So,
that's about right.
But yeah, no,
I don't interrupt the lab this turn. I was just like, you know what? I got a lot of favorable trades. We did a bunch of units. Like my unit count, I have 11 unit count right now. I have 2k income advantage. You know what? You can have the lab, basically.
Yep, and the lab I shall have. So now I control the lab. So no more Neos and Bombers for Deegis. and I'm the one who can build Neos now. So this time I'm pulling back because I got what I wanted. This attack was solely to get the lab. It was the only thing I was interested in, and now that I have the lab, I can pull everything back because I know that you know, D just has Neotanks. Those are going to smash me. So let's just ball up in the center here and just wait for him to come in. So now I can start building my Neotanks, and oh, that felt really good to finally get some Neos out as Jess, because they are Neotanks, man. They are so magnificent.
Oh, they hit like a truck.
Yeah, superpower Jess Neotanks, man, there's nothing they can't break through. It's so nice. Especially if you got a com tower. But the feisty...
I'm still feeling feisty because I know I have
Deeges.
unit cap. So I looked at like the kills to deaths, and like I said, like I'm definitely ahead on units. I'm like, you know what, F it, let's go. Let's attack.
You were very feisty. So yeah, in you come and you're like, oh, like mad that I took your lab or whatnot. So
I was a little upset that I didn't KO this infantry and plop my Neotank on there, or plop anything really on there.
that would have been very good, yeah, to put that Neotank here, because you know I don't have bombers, so it would sit very comfortably on this lab.
And you don't have any. I know you don't have any anti-air in the region because I have vision with my recon.
Yeah.
So I built a fighter. First thing I thought was like, you're gonna build a bomber because I have a Neotank. So I literally just bought a fighter immediately.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, when I saw this fighter later, I was like, "Ooh!" But you guys will see something very funny, actually. Yeah, good artillery placement right here. It's a very good position for it.
Forward. I know I'm trying to recapture the lab soon. So
yeah, you can't just leave. Oh, interesting. Moves in.
Little I don't know. I didn't like that recon. I had a personal vendetta against it.
I mean, taking away vision is always nice, but you are you are exposing your Neotank on a road, which is a little scary.
Exposed. Yeah,
very.
That was a little reckless for sure.
Again, still feisty, Deeges. Once you're feisty, you never go.
Yeah, exactly. Once you go feisty, it's there. Like the Star Flash game I had recently on Hypong or whatever. It's like the feist never left.
Yeah, especially when both players are feisty too. That's when it can get really.
You just try to one up each other with the craziness.
Yep. So yeah, in comes. I decided to go and attack into this right now. Artillery goes down, but my medium tank is pretty exposed as well. I think the luck roll is coming up, Deeges, because now I'm remembering the position.
So this is where my like Neotank blunder came in. Like it's out of position. I mean, it can reach one of these medium tanks, but I would have preferred to have it in the middle and have more variability. Maybe I could have attacked from this forest or from the lab. You know.
Yeah. It would have been very good there for sure. In the middle here, would have been a fantastic unit. I couldn't have really done anything to it. Gets a nice little attack on the battlecopter with my 5 HP anti-air right there. This is why it's important to keep your anti-air alive, even if they're damaged. They can still do nice damage to battlecopters. And yeah, here I'm like, I know you have infantry here, so I'm like, I think the old Mangs would just go, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
But here I am showing a little bit more restraint with my infantry because I know you have infantry in the forest there. I know you never leave your properties unguarded on the flanks, so you always have a couple of infantry in the forests scouting ahead. So, but here we go though, another forest march. And let's see what you decide to do. Shoots with the artillery, pulls back your tank. Yeah, there you go. But now I do have the artillery.
Okay. Yeah, so I didn't know you have the whatever the hell lock, the lab lock right now, which is pretty good. I mean, I can't capture as long as that artillery is there, basically.
Yeah.
But I don't know about it yet, so I was like, what?
Yeah, and
the thing is, I calculated this attack right here with my power. It said, I think it was like 90 to 99%. I was like, okay, I'm not going to one-hit KO, but then I'll have a follow-up with this infantry.
Yeah, and that's going to be 0 to 8 or something, 0 to 9. So you have a pretty good chance, but nope.
Unfortunately, doesn't work out from that way. I mean,
I think
what I would have done is brought in my artillery or my anti-air here, then had some follow-up attacks with my copters. And ideally, bring like a recon or some crap, because I know there's something back behind here.
Yeah. But I think you try again, don't you? Don't you attack it with another infantry, I think, or maybe?
I honestly don't remember.
Let's see what happens here. So in comes the recon.
These guys are zooming in.
Oh, my infantry are getting...
And I saw this tank, I was like, you little son of a bitch. Like, I was so ready to interrupt that, and then you dedicated a whole tank out of the middle to make sure that they don't interrupt it.
I really wanted that property, man. You're still ahead on income. So yeah, in comes the recon. Nice, gets a good scout off. Yeah, no, okay, I thought you attacked the medium for some reason, but no, I guess...
And now this is where it came in, because... Well, I still can attack with this tank over here, but... I don't know if this one can reach, so I can't double I wanted to make sure that died with my copter,
Yeah.
and then bring this tank on here and kill off probably this one at the bottom.
That would have been
one anti-air.
Yeah, that
would
would
be
have
able to kill one of my 3 copters.
That would have been devastating for me, I think. So yeah, that luck roll was pretty consequential right there.
So unfortunately, it's not perfect, but it's not like the end of the world.
Yeah, there we go.
Like, I'm still doing pretty good on unit count. Like, I'll be ahead 15 units by the end of the turn.
Damn, you were really ahead of the unit count. My goodness. But you have a lot of damage units, though. So
I do have a lot of damaged units, yeah. So I'm feeling pretty good. I'm ahead on all counts.
But
except I don't have the lab.
You don't have the lab, exactly. And then, ladies and gentlemen, it's funny.
Super comes.
Overdrive, overdrive means to over-exaggerate in Norwegian. So every time I see that, it's like, oh, Jess is over-exaggerating again.
Overdrive.
Overdrive. Yeah. So here we go. I get the city. 2 extra movement. 40 or 50% total extra firepower, actually. It says 40%, but it's 50 thanks to the power boost, and then 60.
Yeah.
So 60% extra firepower in total due to the com towers and 2 extra movement. It is so nice for a push like this. This is where Jess shines in a push like this and a monster push like this. Her damage output is so high for a tier 4 CO when in the right circumstances. Just look at that. It feels like I'm playing max in tier 4 right now. So
just a brutal turn in the middle.
Yeah, this is gonna shellac and hurt very badly. I was contemplating just popping normal and getting another normal power, but I was like, no, I need to do a super mega push right now. So as much firepower as I can possibly get right here. Don't want to touch your Neo though. Neo is still a little too strong.
Exactly. You still don't want to attack that, even though you have a super power up. I have a power up extra defense. I'm on the lab.
So that really equalized the playing field.
Yeah, I was at, what, 15 units? Now I'm only had 3. So that definitely was a powerful turn.
Yeah, this is what I love about Jess. Just her superpower really packs a big punch in big late game, big maps. She can really equalize the playing field with a proper overdrive. So, but yeah, it's still. I mean, I'm not gonna count Deejus out just yet. You just have a fighter.
Yeah, fighter was sitting around. I was like, "Where's the bomber?" I think I didn't realize. I was like, "Oh wait, he's Jess. You would probably build a Neo tank before a bomber."
Yeah, I mean, if I wanted to play mind games, you tried to mind game my mind games.
Just sitting there.
Yeah, as fighter's just the most expensive 20. It's a recon.
And you have so many anti-air too. You're pumping out anti-air. So I'm like, well, I guess I can't even kill a copter,
I thought you were gonna spam a lot more copters than you did in this battle. So, because
I usually like turn on the Volve for a bit, like 4 in a row. Then I don't do it for like 10 turns. Then kind of like that, just like keep you off guard.
Yeah. So, day 19 rolls in, recon, moving in with the recon right now. Don't like that you're taking the city away from me. That's kind of annoying.
Gotta maintain the income advantage. Now you get it better.
Why I did
even though I can't build bombers. that one like really, it's like a Jess fighter.
I can't
build bombers. You haven't even seen my fighter, so you don't even know I have that. It's like,
I have no idea what I was thinking when I built this fighter. I was just like, what if he has a bomber that he's been hiding for 10 days in a corner, just waiting to attack him? I have no idea. I guess I thought you were gonna spam a lot of battlecopters. I think that was my rationale. Okay. Let's see what I say. Yeah, so I decided to pull back pretty heavily right now. There we go. And yeah, I remember specifically that you picked off some wounded units. Oh, that might be in the second game actually. But yeah, I just pull back here. I'm actually expecting you to take the lab now.
So I think I remember you had that stupid little artillery lock. So I think I didn't even attempt. Maybe I don't remember.
You might be right. Yeah, you might be right.
So at this point, I'm like, okay, it's not going well over here.
Yeah.
I need to get some compensation over here. I can get this. I can get this. Hopefully I get the comm tower. Then 20% firepower medium tanks for just 10% firepower with Jess. Then I can equalize it up, basically, with my game plan.
Yeah, and but also, like, I think you sent me a message like desperation comm tower cap or something, and that gave me like a big morale boost because I was like,
oh really?
Deejus desperate. That means it's probably going better than I think. So that like really encouraged me to play better and take my time because I was like, man, Deejus is doing a desperation move right now. Good artillery placement right there. It's solid.
I thought you withdrew all your units from here. I thought they were down here. They're actually in a better position than I thought to actually reach. So I was
look, it's like perfectly out of your it's perfectly out of your vision as well.
Exactly, literally, it's perfectly out of my vision.
So, but yeah, you're really trying to get that comm tower, which that would be annoying, like a 20% firepower. disparaging.
Yeah,
like,
it's not the, what do you call it? The coup de grace?
The coup de grace.
The coup de grace.
The coup de grace.
It wouldn't be a coup of grace.
It would not. It would not be a coup of grace. No.
It'd be a nice feather in my hat.
Yeah.
So I was pissed off. I thought I was gonna get this. I was like, I didn't expect any anti-air. I thought it was just as safe as mine.
Yeah. So.
Then I saw all this stuff coming. I was like, excuse me. And then you finally see my fighter.
Yeah. And I'm like, what the hell? He has a fighter. I have a fighter. Cool. Use the Neo Tank.
That one-hit KO, yeah, I think a normal Neo Tank won't one-hit KO, but since you're Jess, they one-hit KOs, which is pretty nice, and you can plop yourself on the comm tower. Although I have an artillery, so you don't want to do it this turn.
Yeah, and I don't even think I had a follow-up for that, so... But yeah, I was pretty happy about this. I was like, oh wow, nice. Got some nice hits off D just right there, interrupting some caps. He has a fighter, nice. Why the hell did I build a fighter? I was... What am I doing?
Yeah.
And here, I went a little too feisty, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, you did get feisty over here.
I was
waiting to bait the Mang, so I was like, it's not going great for me, but I always have a trick up my sleeve.
I think your feistiness. Your feistiness infected me. Now I'm the feisty one. I didn't throw away the recon. I was trying to scout.
You didn't throw away anything.
But luckily you don't have your powers yet.
Yeah, that would have been a nice kill on the medium tank if I did. But
yeah.
Unfortunately.
So, but you pull back from the comm tower.
I think I front shifted at this point. I'm like, I saw 2 Neo tanks. Now I'm just gonna go all out on the right, I believe.
Yeah, and again, this is why the lab ended up mattering so much, because you can see, like, what are you really gonna do against my Neos at this point, you know? If you had the ability to build Neos yourself, it would have been a lot easier for you to meet me in the center. But now we're in a weird position where I'm kind of out-teching you, and you can't tech back.
Pretty cheeky artillery here too.
Wow, look at that. that was cheeky.
I was feeling a little feisty there. I still had some feist in me. I wasn't as feisty as earlier turns, but I was like,
still feisty.
I'll go fishing, see what I can find.
Yeah. And yeah, here I pull back. I think that medium tank is definitely dead. And I was like, Operation Save Anti-Air right now. Try and get them home. And I don't really know why I'm grouping up here. I guess I haven't realized that you're front shifting to the bottom.
Yeah, I don't think you realized. I think you still thought I had a big army over there.
Yeah, because like I'm death balling here. I'm like, he's probably going to come back for seconds on the comm tower. But no, little do I know that you've just retreated at this point.
I saw those 2 Neos. I'm like, I'm getting the hell out of here. I have no answer to that. My literal answer is like artillery or medium tanks.
Yeah.
And like neither of those work if you're on a city. Like I can't attack first strike on that. I would have to wait till you're on a plains or a road to attack. So I'm hoping like your Neo tank's like attack and like attack this from like a road, and then I like pounce on it or something. So I was waiting for one of those moments, basically a Mang's medium tank or Mang's Neo tank. But no patience.
Yeah. In comes the recon. Now you see my fighter. And yeah, of course, that medium tank was gonna die. I don't know why I thought.
And I'm gonna kill your other medium tank too, I believe.
Yes. I was actually kind of this was scary right here. You take out my tank, you take out my medium tank.
Yeah, I'm completely front shifting.
Yeah, you're going an all out. You're like declaring war on my HQ right now. So this I remember I was kind of scared about this. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, I was like, okay, well, it's not going great over there, so it's got to go great somewhere else.
Yep.
So spamming basically this point just medium tank. Artillery are my hope.
Yep. So we're actually it's my turn now. So but here we go. Another. But what am I doing? Turbocharge?
Yeah. See, you don't really have many things in range right now.
Yeah. This was
attack that.
Oh right. I think that's why I did it. Yeah, because I want to take out your artillery. But it's still I wouldn't say it's the best. Oh, now I remember. I popped turbocharge so I could get away with these anti-air. I really wanted to save them.
Dude, how many are... Oh my god. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a fighter? How many battlecopters do I even have? I don't have a single battlecopter, dude. What? You gotta love it. I mean, I'm not building any air units, like, literally. I haven't built an air unit in, like, 5 turns, probably.
But yeah, the turbocharge does allow me to get some good shots off on the artillery, which I do like.
And this is literally what I was waiting for. I was like, please attack onto a city. So fortunately for you, I didn't have like a medium tank or Neo or anything over here, but like I was waiting for something like that.
This was a gamble, yeah, absolutely. And what the hell am I doing here? Okay, I guess I'm boosting on day 22. Gotta get that cap game going, you know.
Yeah, I guess so. But I kept my Neotank alive at least. It's my one Neotank. I'm cherishing it.
Yeah, you need it.
I keep it healthy.
You absolutely need it. That's why the lab ended up being so important, because you're not capturing the lab at this point. Like it's
exactly like I've given up on the lab. I'm like, I'm gonna have to use shitty unit. Yeah, you can put that there. Like I don't even know what I'm gonna do about that.
I think at this point I realized that the only thing that fighter does is just blocks properties from being captured. And you have the same approach with this fighter.
Yeah, exactly.
You're using it as a recon right now.
Exactly. It's like you literally have no bombers. I've been patient for like 10 plus turns. Might as well just YOLO sack.
Yeah. But hey, I saved my 2 on-tire. That's all that matters. There we go. But yeah, you're going.
The feist is back. Now I'm like, okay, let's get some HQs. I'm feeling extra feisty. Bring my artillery into both of those forests, which are pretty nice, covering my medium tanks. Pretty damn good actually. If you, man, I need to stop doing that.
That's okay.
Covering this really well with that one. Like this one is completely covered over here. This one is completely covered. So I like the positioning of my artillery and medium tanks. Like this is pretty scary, and you're way out of position. So at this point, I was like, I need to capture my HQ or your HQ before you capture my HQ. And since I have a super, I'm gonna be able to do that quicker than you. I was thinking about this one because you might have seen like this last turn, I could have capped that, or I could have capped that with this infantry, but actually brought it back because I was like, I put it here. One turn, and then I have a super. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was my plan.
Yeah.
So I was basically all in on the HQ cap at this point.
And fun fact, me and Deirdre, we played another match that I don't think I saved the replay of. It was Jess versus Sami. And I was close to winning that one, actually. But then I had a fighter that I was going to place. I had a fighter in that match too, believe it or not. And I was going to put the fighter on my HQ before Victory March. And then I moved my fighter like this, and it got trapped on an infantry or a recon that D just had in this woods. So instead of, I was sloppy and I just moved it like this, and bonk. And because it got trapped, D just capped my HQ. I was so mad. I was
Victory March in my life.
I think that's why I didn't save the replay.
That was a weird game. I think I was like losing everything, but I had like insane income because I was Sammy.
Yeah. I mean, that's... Yeah, so here, this is going to be a big counterattack right here. In comes the tank.
Unfortunately, you do have some units in place to punish my... So, unfortunately, I would have loved to get a hit off on that.
Yep. But at this point, I'm the one with the unit count lead, and just have too many Neotanks for you to be able to...
You have everything lead at this point. Yeah, it's going to keep happening.
It's the replay viewer, man. Yeah.
You have income, unit count, and unit value. So I'm behind on everything. So that's why I'm going HQ.
Yeah, I mean, it's the desperation move pretty much. So here we go. And yeah, I guess, just trying to get some properties out of it at least. So I have 2 healthy infantry. I might as well try to take some properties away from you. Here, I do believe... Oh, nope, you just resigned.
Yeah, I gave up, man. Yeah, I saw the Neotank, and I was like, I'm out of position. Like, I'm giving up.
Yeah, and like, I was very happy about this victory, but at the same time, I feel like what really was the nail in the coffin for you was the lab.
Yeah, I think I was winning for majority of until like maybe 2 turns after the lab once your Neotank started streaming in.
Yeah. I mean, I do enjoy labs as a concept, but I think for them to work, both players need to have access to one lab, so it at least becomes sort of like I can take your lab away, and then you're not allowed to take. But when only one player is allowed to tank, that becomes difficult to deal with. In my opinion.
It's an uphill battle for sure.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to I was like, you played well, but you know, it's a little tainted.
Tainted. It was a little tainted.
In the U.S. thing, you play baseball, maybe Barry Bonds. I don't know if you know sports, but he hit the home run record for you non-Americans out there. But he did steroids, so it's like, you got it, but you cheated.
You cheated, yeah.
I guess for you Europeans, Lance Armstrong, he injected whatever into his testes, steroids. You got to inject in the testes to be the bestie, I guess. But he won, but you won, but.
So I was happy about this victory, but I couldn't help but shake the feeling that it was the lab that was really the big winner here, and not really. But still, it was a fun match. We're back and forth. Also, you were a lot more feisty than you usually are.
Yeah, I think, I don't know. I just before the game started, I was like, I'm just gonna go balls to the wall. I'm not gonna use any move planner. I'm not going to use any replay thing. I got a lot of units trapped. I was just like, I'm just going to go wild.
Yup. So we did play another match after this one, and
yeah, because I was like, tainted. Not really.
So we're gonna jump into that match. Same matchup, same positions, even I believe. So but this one was this match went pretty differently. Let's just put it that way. It was
this time I was like, okay, I need to control the face.
Yes.
Let's slow down a little bit. Let's not lose all our units. But then I was like, wait, I've used up all of my openings.
Yes.
There's artillery opening, I've done recon opening, I've done T-copter opening, I've done APC opening, I've done tank opening.
Yeah. So we're gonna go through this match a little quicker since this video's been pretty long already, but I want to show you guys at least like sort of what happened in here. Skip over the openers. I think both opened up tank.
I expected a similar thing, so I put a tank on my weak side just because.
Yes.
If you put a stupid little recon again,
So once again, I go to Starflash Senpai, and I'm like, your opener sucked. Give me another.
Yeah, sounds like you didn't learn your lesson.
And Starflash was like, open Battlecopter. And I'm like, he'll never expect a Jess Battlecopter. And I'm like, okay, Starflash, little burned now from your previous opener, but I'll listen to you one more time. So what I'm gonna do this time around, I think do I base skip to get a Battlecopter out? I think that's what
you don't have to base skip for it.
Nope. Oh, yeah, no, I don't. But yes, I open up Battlecopter, day 6 Battlecopter as Jess. And once...
So...
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just going to say, opening Battlecopter for this side over here, it's going to take you a lot longer to get over here than it would to get over to your weak side.
Yeah, maybe. So maybe I should have
Typically, if you open Battlecopter, you want to go to your weak side just because it's that much closer. I think a full turn closer. So, yeah.
But yeah, the idea was this time around was like once again to try and deny your com tower, and then after you like bring in a tank, I'm gonna hit it with a Battlecopter, and you're gonna be like, "What? Just Battlecopter? I don't have a single anti-air out." And then like I'm gonna catch you with your pants down and just like
I knew there was some recon bullshit possibly coming, so I actually captured this a turn earlier rather than go down here and get one of these three. I was like, I'm not dealing with that again.
You did actually capture your com tower really quickly in this match, which I did not expect.
I had to keep you on your toes, but then I also built a Battlecopter opening as well. It's like, he's not going to expect the Battlecopter. It literally gets to my weak side in like 2 turns.
And not just one Battlecopter. So
I literally go a Battlecopter opening. I'm like, I need to get a chain. He's going to build his first anti-air like turn 8 at the earliest, if that. Yes. And then it's going to take 3 more turns to get over there anyway. So it's turn 11. Until turn 11, I can do whatever the hell I want with my Battlecopters.
So yeah, I'm moving with my Battlecopter, and I'm like, yeah, D just never gonna see this one coming. He doesn't have a single anti-air unit out to deal with this just Battlecopter, and I go double artillery. So this was just, I was like, okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit you hard. I'm gonna do some damage to the Battlecopter. Then once your anti-air arrives, I'm gonna pull back to my artillery and lure you into the artillery trap. That was my game plan for this particular map right here. Double artillery opener on Stalingrad though. That is. It's risky. Let's just put it that way.
I usually go earlier because they take longer to go to the front lines, so you want to put them early so the other units catch up to them rather than them lagging behind.
Yeah, absolutely. So here, I do believe, so I see, I'm like, okay, he captured, he already captured his com tower. What's going on here? I was going to deny that. That was like my whole opener. So once again, been burned by Starflashes. I'm not gonna blame Starflash. He just. I did ask him for wacky openers, and he did give me wacky openers. So I don't want to get scouted here, and since I can't deny the com tower anymore, I realized that I have to be a little bit more careful here. So, but I'm just waiting for my artillery to catch up, and I base skip medium tank. I base skip medium tank. Again, I'm just assuming that you're gonna see the anti-air. Or see the Battlecopter, push with anti-air and tanks, and then my idea is to try and lure you into a trap where I smash one of your tanks with my medium tanks and then like hit it with the artillery. That's the plan.
Yeah, I've noticed you like to tech up early versus me, which is actually a pretty good idea because I typically go tanks and copters for as long as I can before I resort to teching up, just because I like unit count more.
You're very good at taking engagements, and so for me, like I don't want to face you in an even tank battle. I would much rather tech up to a medium tank and try to like lure you into a medium tank trap. So, we'll see if it works. You have So yeah, here we go. You actually do have those 2 battlecopters right next to your copter. I didn't realize that at the time.
And I didn't want you to see them either. I was like, maybe you have like a recon in this forest. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is literally where your recon would stop seeing. So that's why I had them there.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, I did open up early battlecopters. That means I have to get aggressive with it. You know, I can't just sit on it. I have to do something with it. I saw a tank there, and I was like, oh, here we go. I was tempted to attack your recon with my recon just because I know you hate it. But I was like,
that would really get me. Yeah.
I was like, okay, I better play serious. Let actually attack his infantry capping. But here I go. I'm like, yeah, early just battlecopter, woo! You didn't see that one coming, and look at that. I even get a nice little shot off. So I was very happy with this opener. I was like, yes, finally. Finally, I have a good opener versus Aegis. I thought maybe you didn't have a single anti. I just thought you had tanks, maybe. Little did I know that you had not 1, not 2, but 3 freaking battlecopters.
You got an anti-air late. Turn 10. We're talking to be the front lines till turn 13.
Yep. So these battlecopters are gonna have a field day, a battlecopter day. So yeah, here we go. I see 1 battlecopter. I see 2 battlecopters. I'm like, holy, Jesus, why? Why are you like this every time, man?
Gotta keep you on your toes.
And this I thought this was pretty cute. And I was like, yes, I'm gonna trap your recon. You get a good shot off here. Maybe a little ambitious of me to think I would get this property. Wouldn't say it's Manx infantry, but it's ambitious for sure.
A little ambitious, not too bad. I tech up earlier than I usually do because I've noticed a trend with you, so I actually get a medium tank a little earlier than I normally would.
Yeah, so here I'm like, haha, I didn't see this infantry here, but I was very happy with myself here. I was like, haha, I'm going to trap his recon. So I was happy about that, but yeah, again, you have that, you always keep an infantry in the forests on your corners. So here I realize I have to pull back. I'm hoping that you will not be feisty now, because I don't have I don't have anything to deal with this shit.
So I learned from our last match that I was overestimating you front shifting, having units ready. And I was like, there is no way Mangs has that copter and an anti-air. So I was like, I'm just gonna go in. A lot of people would be scared.
Yeah.
But I was like,
I noticed.
There's a time to be feisty.
I noticed the range of the anti-air. I mean, I do.
Exactly.
Even with
the power,
even with turbocharge, that anti-air is not going to be able to reach this square, which is where it needs to go. Yeah, I was like, D, just please don't attack me right now. Don't call my bluff. Don't call my bluff. Don't call my bluff. I was sitting with like a pair of spades against the royal straight flush right here, and I was just bluffing, hoping you wouldn't go for it. But no, you do definitely go for it, and yeah, here you go.
Yeah, I'm not falling for it this time. Yeah,
just go straight in. Just go.
I know you have nothing.
Yeah, so I'm like, this sucks. My entire opener is faulty at this point. I do have anti-air coming in, but they're not ready yet. So I do move in with the recon. I see you have another 3 battlecopters. I'm like, oh my goodness, he's spamming them battlecopters so hard right now.
And now, I'm telling you, I was using some like machine learning shit. I was like, he's gonna build like 20 anti-air now. Now I'm not gonna build copters for like 10 turns.
Yeah,
so now I'm gonna build the other things.
Now it's the Neo tank, yeah. So you're countering the counter. So yeah, but still, I mean, I do have a wall here. You're not gonna be able to break through here, at least. But
now I expect you to have anti-air. It's like, okay, I could get away with murder that last turn, but now he's gonna have like 3 anti-air.
Yep. So you move in, Neo tank comes in, and you're pushing. You have a lot of units over in this corner here as well. Yeah. Actually, like a lot.
A lot of infantry. Yeah.
So I'm not gonna be able to take those cities from you, and that means you're probably gonna get a bit of an income advantage over me as well. So, but yeah, you're pulling your battlecopters back. Clever, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Now I'm like, okay. Now I can lure him to fight on the comm tower, which is 2 turns away from me, 4 turns away from you. I have a Neo tank in perfect position, medium tank in perfect position. Maybe I can lure him here. Yeah. That was my idea.
So, yeah, you move forward, another artillery, 2 tanks, and this is the turn where I need to, like, I'm like, okay, so I have 2 artillery here. Front shifting is going to take too long, so what I'm going to try and do right here, I've been watching a lot of Inkagard games, and I love the way he positions his artillery, and I noticed that he always places his artillery, like, in the center, so I'm like, you know what, I'm going to go for it. Double artillery in forest right here, surround it, and, again, gonna...
You took the bait there.
Yeah, you're gonna... Oh, I thought I was baiting you, because I was like, I'm gonna force you to attack me here, and then I'm gonna hit you back with the artillery. So I'm going full in here on the corner, but my wall isn't as compact as it should have been for a push like this to work. If I had like 2 extra units and I could have put them there, it would have worked a lot better, but I simply didn't have the unit count for this push, I think.
And Mangs, I don't know if you forgot, but you're not gonna bait me here. I'm the master baiter. I know how all this shit works. I know there's an artillery there. I haven't seen an artillery, but I just know in the back of my head.
Based on the positioning, yeah, it gives it away.
Based on the positioning, it's so obvious to me. There's no way you would ever take an engagement, medium tank attacking a tank on a city without having artillery. So I just knew.
Exactly. So I feel I was pretty proud of this wall at the time, but then Deegis' turn rolls in, and now it's there you go. When I saw you pop this first march, I knew that this turn was gonna hurt. So in comes the infantry, boom, 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 boom.
I will say I didn't expect this other artillery. I knew this one was here. That's why I wasted an anti-air going over here, because I knew I had to get vision of that.
Yeah.
Wrap something around in order to kill that and get vision. But this one caught me off guard, so
yeah,
double artillery worked out, I guess.
Yep. So, but this turn hurts. This turn is very painful. Ooh, I was so mad about that. I was like, oh my god, he has a freaking Neo tank. Oh.
And I put one copter up for a front shift because I see the tank over there, just because.
Yeah, I mean that's smart. You know, keep a copter there to prevent me from taking. Now you're threatening my properties. You have a lot of infantry on the left side. Holy shit, you got so many infantry.
I got a lot of unit count too. Look, I'm at 13 already.
Yep, and the bomber comes in as well. So yeah, that was bad for me. When it comes to Jess Super, I'm thinking this is the only chance I have of equalizing here. But really probably should have saved it, maybe pulled back and saved it. I think would have been better. But I'm going hard on this side right now because I think you have everything here. At least I get some nice shots on your battlecopters, which is nice, but those anti-air will die as well. So and here, okay, no, I do keep my artillery there, and I don't think you kill it, but I remember being very annoyed with that artillery at some point during this match.
Well, now I know it's there, and it's like, got a shot off of the tank. I'm like, I'm not fighting over there.
Yeah, so it's not a great overdrive, but it was a decent overdrive, I'd say. But I probably could have gotten away with just popping turbocharge and saving some power, I think, because I don't really think I benefited that much from that extra movement and attack power. So, but yep, you're just staying in there. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so annoying. So incredibly annoying. Battlecopter goes down. Artillery comes in. Now you're the one walling off the artillery. And again, I'm kind of fighting on your side here, which is not good.
And you can't see my artillery because your thing only has 2 vision, so it's a sneaky artillery.
Yeah, I don't have... Yep, I'm out of recons. My recons are on this side. I need a recon. I should have had an extra recon on this side. Like, that is... Again, lack of recons on Stalingrad will kill you so fast. Because just... Your Neotank's not going to see shit on their own. So I move in my Neotank here. Really want to get this city. I want to get something out of this. But here it is. This annoyed me so much. I actually move my artillery back because I should have kept it here because you moved into the range next turn. But for some reason, you have this habit of picking off my units when I think they're safe. And for some reason, I think you were going to go for this Neotank. I thought maybe you had another Neotank that you'd go boom boom. And then
I wouldn't first strike just Neotank on a city, if any, only with a bomber, probably.
Yeah, but so I moved my artillery back, and I was so mad when I saw that you actually, because if I remember correctly, yeah, look at that, you pop force march. Actually, you would have spotted it, so maybe it was.
I was expecting it, so.
Yeah, okay, never mind. Now that I see that you actually moved in with the infantry, it's actually a good thing I moved it back.
And now I'm baiting your Neotank because I'm like easily put my Neotank. Do I put something on my city? I don't remember if I do or not.
You do.
But I'm still baiting. I have a bomber and I have an artillery. So if your Neotank literally does anything to my units, it's gonna die.
Yeah, this is full on masturbating mode right here. This is
exactly.
So I attack, and wow, I do insist on fighting here, don't I?
You really want to get that Neo hit. You got it. And then now I think I saw that shit. I was like, okay, like that's a fight.
I'm still tilted from that 3 battlecopter opener at this point. I think I'm in the feist mode that you were in last match. Once
you're in feist mode, you can't go back.
No, I was so feisty. I was just like, wow, I opened double artillery. You can't front shift artillery, it takes forever. So yeah, at this point, it is when the bomber comes in, it's a massacre. At this point, I think I lost like 5 days ago, but I think I went on for a couple more turns. Yeah, I do pop a turbocharge here, but I don't have like.
You popped a turbocharge, but you like retreated, and I was like,
turbo retreat. Turbo retreat.
It's like,
doesn't have the same ring to it, does it?
Yeah.
But yeah, at this point, you pop Forest March. You move in.
I do fall back on the top because I see you're going hard, but when I see you're going hard at the top, that just means I'm going to go harder at the bottom.
So yeah, so this is the problem. I'm split up right now, and I'm already behind. So this is, you see what happens here, just crumbling on like you can't. And even if I somehow win on this front, it's not going to matter because you're winning on the main front. So, but I am pulling back here. I'm expecting you to attack my HQ. I don't remember if you actually do.
I do not. I don't fall for the baiting. And actually, I had enough forces built up on the top. Now I go in for the kill.
You actually, you actually do have some decent defenses around your HQ. It's not like those properties are just completely exposed. But at this point, yeah, you're just.
And now I kind of front shift a bit. I think I'm going towards the middle now because I know you expect me to be in the corner.
Yes. Hey, I got a property. Woo. Income advantage. Look at me.
Temporary income
advantage. And yeah, I think at this point, yeah, you're kind of split up now too, but you have still have a very strong force there in the center with 2 neo tanks and a medium tank. And you actually had a lot more hair than I thought you did. I thought you were completely exposed up there, but no, you're sending a lot of forces over there.
Oh yeah.
And now comes the attack on the HQ actually.
Yeah, I got pretty close. Okay, so I did go for the HQ. I forgot.
Yep, but you have a very strong artillery here. Protecting the push. So. In comes another turbo retreat. I was happy about that engagement, but
you got the nice neo tank hit.
Yep.
But I have another neo tank ready, and I have also an artillery, so I get a property out of it as well.
You do, and now this little tank that I have here.
Now you're gonna get obliterated at the top, though.
Trail of woo!
I remember this turn. I was just like,
boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
You get this nice cap with coal as well. Look at that. Oh boy, yeah, this hurt. This was bad. In comes the full health neo tank. The trail of woo. Yeah, my entire attack up north.
Your whole attack at the top is basically dead at this point.
Yeah.
If you look at unit count, I'm ahead by 20.
Yeah, that hurts. That hurts.
Your tank is trapped trying to turbo retreat.
Trying to turbo retreat away from the trail of woo!
Just trapped by an artillery. It's the saddest thing ever, getting trapped by an artillery.
Okay, Max, I think it's time to resign now.
Yeah, I think at this point, you have to resign at this point, because I'm going to have, like, 8k income advantage.
No, another...
You gotta do another turbo retreat.
Turbo, resign!
Yeah, I think you do resign after using it, actually.
Yeah, I think, no, actually? Wow,
Man, you really feel... Okay, you wanted to let me have the 8k advantage first.
Yeah, I guess so. Wow, Jesus Christ. It always baffles me sometimes watching my own matches how long they keep going for. Oh my God.
Sometimes when you have high income, you like don't realize how far you are behind sometimes.
This is true, actually. Because
I don't think you realize like that the amount of army that I have. Like I'll win like both fronts.
Yeah. No, wow, I really did go harder. Oh my God, I'm still in it. Day 25.
Yeah,
I thought this was like a day 19 match.
I thought so too. You got some feist in you.
Feeling good off the victory.
You got some feist in you there, boy. Bye-bye.
Trapping the medium tank. Oh my God.
With like an out of fuel recon.
What am I doing fighting on your comm tower?
You love to see it.
This is so feisty. Oh my goodness. Like, yeah, I'm behind.
You gotta resign this turn. There's no way. If you don't resign this turn, then you can't be helped.
I'm 20 units behind. Let me go fight around my opponent's comm tower. Here we go. I gotta overdrive a little bit first.
Hey, you freed your medium tank.
I saved Tanky, the medium tank.
I'm literally going to have a 10k income advantage.
There it is. There it is.
Okay.
The missiles of defeat has been built.
I'm literally about to have a 10k.
Yeah. There you go. Okay, so that was the results of the second match.
The non-painted one.
Here you played a lot more like the Deegis I'm used to playing against. In the last match, you played really recklessly.
I kind of want to see how much I could get away with.
Yeah.
I was just like, let's have some fun with this shit. And I had a lot of fun, even though I lost the first round. I had a lot of fun. I was just like,
it was a good match. It was a good match.
Yeah.
So, but this one felt a little bit more. But the thing is, like we're playing these matches to see if I've improved. But one thing that we have to keep in mind is that it's not like your skill level is standing still either. You've improved too since last we played. Your rating has gone up as well. So, it's not like you're a measuring stick that just stands still, And this is important to remember, if you have several people that you try constantly test your skills against, like it's not like they don't get better. So I think I've gotten better since our first match for sure. But
you have. Definitely, you got better at not overextending. I mean, until the end, I think you were just YOLOing it last turn.
Yeah.
But before that, you've gotten a lot better at overextending. I think the one thing you need to work on, you also, your unit composition, I liked your medium tank, early tech up versus me, I like that. But I think those the artillery's after the other unit over here, that was just a blunder.
Yeah. No, I'm watching too many Inkagard games.
Just knowing, like, the macro, like, you need to build artillery first so the other units catch up to them. Your unit composition is good, but the timing was wrong.
Yes.
Like, your timing of your anti-air was wrong, and I just exploited that. And I like the composition, but like I said, it's just the timing. Maybe switch what build you do first.
Yeah.
A lot more minor nitpick than last time. Oh, capture! Like,
I mean,
that's a little more obvious. Like, I had to, like, think about feedback for you this time. Right, the first time I was like, what the hell is this shit? Like, of course you don't do that. This time,
how could I not stop sacrificing my infantry? Just every time I get matched up on the Global League, I get a Mangs infantry joke in my inbox from my opponent. So, like, this has become a meme at this point, and if I don't learn from memes, then I will never get better. So
exactly, yeah. If you're gonna get a lot of those psychologist comments like, he clearly was very, very uncomfortable, and so he threw the infantry and, like,
armchair psychologist.
You got a lot better on it. I think all those comments definitely, like, ingrained in your brain, like, I should not be doing this.
Bullying works, guys. What can I say? Bullying and ridicule. It's a great way of learning. So, remember, when you're feeling bad, just bully your opponent. No, actually, don't do that. So, but yeah, thank you, just 2 entertaining matches. One of these days, maybe we'll play something that's not Stalingrad. We'll see.
Maybe.
But no promises, though. But anyway, check out Deegis's channel. Link to it. You know the stuff. And I'm sure we'll see Deegis again soon. Maybe some live matches or tournament coverage. We'll see. Anyway.
Oh, hell yeah.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. Deegis.
Thanks so much for letting me watch myself, man.
You're welcome.
This is gonna be a private video. We're only gonna share with you ourselves.
So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, leave a Best Buy gift card, and
yes, please, the ladder.
We'll see you next time. Bye bye.